Let's get to the money. Let's get down to business here. Uh, Gotta miss the button there. But all right, we back at it again here on the Fresh and Funky Sports motherfucking show here. And if you don't like that I cuss, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is my show, and I do what the fuck I want to do. Okay? When it's your show, you get to ill-advise or whatever the fuck it is to nitpick, henpick, whatever. Your opinion is your opinion, yes, but your opinion does not overweigh what the fuck I'm about to do with my shit. Now, let me get that shit out of my throat out of my fucking chest for a little bit here because it seems to me sometimes people just want to misconstrue me as somebody that I'm trying to come out here and pretend to be out here. Uh, I'm not out here pretending to be a fucking Bob Costas, a fucking a Skip Bayless. I'm not fucking Stuart Scott. I'm not any of these fuckers, Scott Pelt. None of these motherfuckers that work for any of these affiliate sports announcements, whatever the fuck you want to say. Nor do I'm gonna come out here to try to flex on everybody and act like I'm from the streets or I'm from the hood or like I got some cred, I got some push, and I'm about to knock down some doors, kicking your fucking doors, blaming the faux. You know? No. Motherfuckers gotta understand I'm who I am on here. I ain't out here trying to fight people, trying to be better than people, trying to knock down people, trying to say, well, I was in the army and you're a fucking little bitch. Where are you at? No, I don't do that to people. But here we go again. People wanna fucking test my gangster and act like I'm just some fucking skinny dude that's just gonna go away and shut the fuck up and like I'm just gonna be some you know molly mouth motherfucker. No, that's not me. I say what's on my mind, whether you want to hear it or fucking not. That's not pertinent to the information. In life, we ought to hear each other out. It, it's what part of a conversation is. When both parties hear each other out, you say how you feel, I say how I feel, and after that, we decide what to do fuck from there. Now, if you can't do that and people are just trying to set trip and do all this other dumb shit, well, this is what's going down. Now, I ain't some fucking clown up on here, got some goddamn makeup on, got a whole fucking thing. I come up here every day, speak how I fucking feel, and tell people how I feel about sports, how I fucking feel about life, and that ain't no understatement. I don't want a fucking award. I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to be a fucking savior. I just want people to wake the fuck up and see people will lie to you. They'll cheat from you. They'll steal from you. They'll kill from you. They'll say they love you and they'll stab you in the fucking back too. That's just how life is. But does it mean you have to treat people that way? No, because everybody you got to treat on a different level. Every person you got to deal with on an individual basis. People might have similarities, but no motherfucker on this planet is the same. Unless you got some fucking clone somewhere. But even in your clone, there's still different DNA. So, now we're getting off into goddamn Jurassic Park now. Talking about fucking DNA. No, I just have to get shit off my chest sometimes because people just want to act like I'm just some guy just rambling off at the mouth like I just want to talk just to talk, Yeah, sometimes that is the case. But a lot of times when I'm speaking, I'm trying to speak the truth. I'm trying to speak to facts. I'm trying to but sometimes I have to come from a different angle than everybody else. I'm not trying to use the same talking points, okay? And I'm not here to offend nobody. I'm not out here to fucking get into pissing contests and act like my dick's bigger than somebody's and I got to do this and that. But on a day-to-day basis, we always have to deal with these situations. And people can't deal with them in a fucking likely good manner. And I'm just the type of person, I'm gonna be what it is. And the other people want to be by fucking standards and just sit there and shut the fuck up. That's their shit. I ain't got whatever, dude. I ain't nitpicking nobody. Because now, I'm segueing into the great Sunday that was football. And man, the Bills and the Vikings was a fucking classic. Okay, yeah, I mean, the game of the fucking game of games. If they could have wrote this as the Game of Thrones script, That's just we'll parody it with But man, the Bills and the Vikings was a hell of a fucking great watch of football, man. If you did not watch that game, I encourage you to go watch that game again. I'm pretty sure NFL Network's probably gonna be playing that shit tonight after the fact that Monday Night Football. We got Eagles. We still got Eagles and Commanders. We still got one game on the slate here, but right now I'm talking Minnesota Vikings and Buffalo Bills. That game was phenomenal. As a Minnesota Vikings fan, I mean, for us to finally get a big dub against a good against a great a good opponent's been to the playoffs, and a team that by far, in my opinion, I could see going to the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl in the Buffalo Bills. Now I might be far fetched in saying that right now, but and that's me coming from a non-biased standpoint. I believe the Bills, they just look pretty good up and down, even in that game against us. You know, I mean, we caught a touchdown, and hey, we were down for some time, but we kept fighting back, and some reason we ended up getting we got to overtime. But how we got to the overtime, man, Justin Jefferson, man. I mean, man, I mean, I've seen fucking Jerry Rice catch touchdowns. I've seen Chris Carter catch touchdowns. I've seen Randy fucking Moss catch touchdowns. And recently time we saw Odell Beckham that one-handed. But man, when we saw Justin Jefferson, man, when he just one-handed and then the other guy had both his hands in between the ball as Justin Jefferson was going down, and he still held on to the fucking ball, man. Like the man has hands, bro. The man's hand was like he just caught that ball once it, and then it was just like it wasn't coming out of his hand. Even though the Lewis guy, I commend the Buffalo Bills defender Lewis for trying to attempt to try to get that ball out, but man, Justin Jefferson is a he's that dude, man. He is that dude. He is that man. He is Himothy, whatever you want to. I mean, well, that catch right there was just it left me like, wow, what the did I just see? Did I just see that shit? This man one-handed up, get tested, back on his back, and still, you know. And then Josh Allen and them to be able to get there, and then because going on that drive, man, we got stopped, and I'm telling you, man, when Kirk Cousins got close to that end zone, it was just like, man, my heart sunk. I thought, here we go again. Vikings, Vikings are Vikings are done in the water. But then Josh Allen and the Bills come out and they had a fumble miss snap, and Eric Kendricks falls on the ball for a touchdown, giving us the 3-point lead there. And obviously the Bills went down there, tied the game up. We won the coin toss. C.J. Ham and also Dalvin Cook were our representatives. We got the ball. We drove down there pretty well. We did a pretty good job. I thought we were going to get a touchdown, but we ended up kicking the field goal. And then Josh Allen, the Bills started driving down the ball. I was like, oh, here we go. Josh Allen, then we're gonna get a touchdown here. At that time, I had a player bet prop where I had Stephon Diggs getting a touchdown. So I'm like, man, if anybody's going to beat me, I want to be Stephon Diggs. No one else. Not Gabriel Davis. Not fucking Dawson Knox. Not Josh Allen. I wanted to be Stephon Diggs. But lo and behold, Josh Allen threw an interception to Patrick Peterson, which happened to be his second interception of the game, and the Minnesota Vikings win 33-30 in overtime, and it capped off a hell of a weekend of football, man. We had quite a few games go to overtime, and it was, remarkable. The Packers fought all the way back against the Cowboys and ended up getting a overtime victory here. Gonna still be timely to know, like, why didn't they at least try to let Brett Meyer try to kick the field goal here instead of going for a 4th and 4, knowing that Green Bay is gonna bring the pressure. You know they were gonna bring pressure to not give Dak the time to throw the ball and sit back there and have to force him into a bad situation, because I mean that's the best scenario that Green Bay could have and had, and the Cowboys just it was just they weren't ready for it, and that's what happens. Sometimes you win on going forward on fourth in a crucial situation. Sometimes you you lose. But nonetheless to say, we have the little birdie out there, Mr. Little Birdie right there. There he is. Yeah, I don't know. There he is, the Mr. Birdie that's always there hanging out. Well, you guys can't see it. Well, maybe on here. I don't know. No. Oh, there you go. Yep. See, you can see him. There you go, little birdie there. Well, now he got out of the frame. Sorry. I want to show you little birdie. He always hangs out. I don't know. Didn't give him a cool name. Just call him little birdie. But yeah, we had a great weekend of football. College football. College football, I would say, was kind of, last weekend before was a lot better games. There wasn't, I wouldn't say there was too many upsets, and, kind of things kind of went. I mean, I think, well, the only upset yeah, that's actually wrong. Number 6 Oregon got beat by number 25 Washington. so so that was an upset. TCU ended up beating Texas 17-10. So not really. In Alabama outlasted Ole Miss here. Ole Miss gave them a scare. So Alabama's an 8-2 team, is along with Ole Miss. Quite a few teams now, but you got Ohio State still undefeated and number 2 ranked. You still got Georgia undefeated and still number 1 ranked. You got TCU still undefeated and ranked, and you have Michigan still undefeated and ranked. So we'll see here. We'll see how it all shakes up at the end of the season here. Who are the final 6 teams to get into the. But we had NBA. We had the first full week of college basketball. There've been some upsets in college basketball. Villanova. But it's to be expected here in the early season of college basketball. There is a lot of out of conference games. You're playing in tournaments, so it's kind of like high school. If anybody's ever played high school, you know, where your team goes and maybe your team travels to another state and goes to play in a tournament. And so you play a team that you normally wouldn't play. They're not in your conference or not in your area or not in the. So that's kind of what college basketball is right now. So, excuse me, over over token of the marijuana smoking. Last little bit before we have to go get some more today. So we're gonna try to make this a little bit of a short show today. So you got my other handy dandy computer here, so that way we can make our handy dandy bets today here. So and if anybody has any questions here, let me just put the poll up tonight here. Or and if anybody wants to engage in here. poll question up here. Put it in the chat. So if anybody does come into the chat here, we got, do the Eagles win by double digits tonight? Yes or no? So that is the poll question for those that do want to come in and be a part of this sports show broadcast here. We try to do a little bit of things. I'm trying to do differently here. I'm trying to be someone different. Like I said, I'm not your average sports guy. I cuss, I talk shit. Hey man, I smoke weed on here. I mean, but I'm in a state that is recreationally allowed to. May I add, California. So, and I'm not going to get into the politics and the bullshit today, please. No, we don't. I don't play politics here. That's why I don't play politics. I don't favor right, left, middle, left, pink, yellow, green, whatever. Fuck that shit. They're all fuck to me. That's just my opinion though. It's just my opinion. Don't crucify me for that. Because I believe it's all bullshit. I mean, just like, sports to a certain extent is bullshit too. I mean, it's all entertainment, folks. I mean, at the end of the day, yes, guys are great athletes out there. But guys, when you get paid a certain amount of money, guys will entertain and guys will, it won't look like guys are throwing games or guys are trying to whatever, but hence why, some guys, oh, this guy's sitting out today. Oh, this guy's magically out today. I don't know. He wasn't hurt last week. He wasn't, begs the question, right? But most people don't want to question that. They don't want to question nothing. It's just don't question nothing. Just shut the fuck up and go along, right? Go along with the herd. Have the herd mentality. And I ain't calling cowherd. Okay? Not taking this shit either. So, bringing up the question here, being Monday Night Football, we'll start off with that first. We have the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, the undefeated Eagles, the only undefeated team still left in the NFL today. Monday night games, Eagles have played well. Obviously, they played the Minnesota Vikings, and they handled their business. I mean, at first it was kind of first half was more of a competitive. Second half, they put foot to ass to our team. So I don't know. Does this game, scream more, competitiveness, or could the Eagles jump out to an early lead? Yeah, I could see that. Or could I see maybe the Commanders jumping out to an early lead here? I mean, all different types of scenarios you could fathom and you could placate and we could talk about. I mean, for the Commanders to win tonight, I believe they have to. They're going to have to play their football and they're going to have to control tempo. Meaning they're going to have to try to keep the ball out of Jalen Hurts' hands and out of that explosive offense hands. So they're going to have to run the ball efficiently. And when I mean efficiently, they're going to have to just pound the ball down their throat. They're going to have to smash them. But they're going to also have to hit some key medium to long passes in this game as well. It's going to be key. And when they do play against Jalen Hurts, they're going to have to force Jalen Hurts into something bad. Make him do something he doesn't want to do. And you don't want him to hit A.J. Brown, obviously. You don't want him to get Dallas Goedert. But then you also got Miles Sanders out there who is becoming, an efficient running back, staying healthy. And I've always thought Miles Sanders was an efficient running back if he could stay healthy. He's really good. I mean, he came out the same. Him and Saquon Barkley. People forgot at Penn State. Saquon Barkley and you had Miles Sanders. Both of them in the backfield at the college. I mean, so we're gonna see though. I mean, I think the Commanders they have a defense that's capable, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, are they going to be able to sustain holding down the Eagles for a long period of time? No. And especially if they have to, especially if the Commanders' defense has to be out there longer than they're supposed to. Yeah, it's going to be a very, very long game for the Commanders, and probably going to be another undefeated record for the Eagles. Now let me talk on the other side about the Eagles. Eagles are just going to have to dominate them. Eagles are going to have to go out and just say, "Hey, we're going to put foot to ass to these guys. We know we're 10 toes better than these motherfuckers over here on the other side. They got whole turmoil with their fucking this and the NFL getting sued and hitting their team and this and that. They've been winning. They've been hanging in. They hung in with the Vikings, but we beat the fucking Vikings. So I think that's, if you're the Eagles, you just got to go in there with your swag, but you can't be too overconfident and overlook the Commanders. And you gotta continue to put the foot to the pedal here on the Commanders. You got to tire their asses out, and then where they're not gonna be able to take it anymore. Which means Eagles are gonna have to play up tempo. They're gonna have to just continue to just move guys around all the time. AJ Brown, you know, do some read options here. Jalen Hurst is gonna have to run some a bit tonight here. You're gonna have to utilize Miles Sanders, obviously Kenneth Gainwell, the passing game. I mean, you're gonna have to be full high octane Eagles offense tonight. And Eagles defense, I mean, if they could just shut down that Commanders offense, it's gonna be a terrible night for the Commanders. I'll just say that, because the Eagles defense is better, and Eagles defense has always been they've always been tough handling the pass, but really tough on stopping the run, so that way teams can't become two dimensional. I mean, and that's the thing on defense. You want to make a team one dimensional. If you can, if you could shut down a team's running game, more likely you're gonna win more than if you try to. If you shut someone's passing game down, that limits things too as well. So where you're gonna, but if somebody's still efficient running the ball, that can hurt, because running the ball takes time off the clock, and we all know clock sometimes is not your friend. So we have the Commanders and Eagles. The game is 11 points here right now. Look, the Eagles are 11 points to win on the spread line tonight. 11. The Commanders are plus 400 tonight, and we have an over under of 43. Well, it's kind of been the unders here. It's kind of been, yeah. I mean, last night Sunday Night Football was an under game between the Niners and the Chargers there. Cowboys was an over. Vikings game was definitely an over. Saints and Steelers was under. Colts and Raiders. Raiders losing. That was over. The Giants game was under. I want to say Lions and Bears was definitely over. Probably want to say Seahawks and Buccaneers was definitely under as well. And same thing with the Titans. I believe the Titans game, that was 27 points, so that was definitely under. Rams and the Cardinals, that went over. Then we're thinking Miami and Cleveland. I believe that went over. It may have, or might have just went under barely. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, a lot of the games have been kind of under here. So I mean, I don't hate the under 43, but I think if we see Eagles being one-sided, or it's I mean, I don't know. I mean, unless it ends up 23-20, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. And if the Eagles, I mean, the Eagles could put up 35 points, and the Commanders can at least put up 15 to 20. That's that's an easy cash, but that's if scoring is a premium and this doesn't become. But who knows? I mean, maybe one of these defenses gets a touchdown tonight as well. So it's another thing to think about. I have Philadelphia Eagles defense. I have Commanders defense as well. On the other side, I have Brian Robinson Jr. I have AJ Brown, and I have Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott. I have him as my kicker as far as fantasy is going tonight here. So, all right. I think we have some college too, some college basketball, which is probably going to start getting underway here as I'm talking here. Yep. Yep. 3 o'clock. So I got 3 minutes if I wanted to bet on that here, but and that's basically Maine. Maine. The Black Bears of Maine are taking on Boston College, the Eagles here. The Boston College Eagles are minus 20 against Maine here tonight. We got the over under is 136 total points here. Maine is plus 1,089. So obviously a big underdog here tonight here. Then we have Princeton. The Tigers of Princeton taking on the University of Maryland, Baltimore. The Retrievers. Retrievers are home dogs here. +6 here. Princeton Tigers are home favorites minus the 6. The Retrievers are plus 203 if you think they can win at home today. We have an over under of 153 total points. So, interesting there. I think either one of those games. I mean, if I'm taking a lean here, um, definitely, I definitely wouldn't want to take Maine, but I might lean. I might lean their plus 20 here. I don't know. I don't know how good their basketball team is, and the Retrievers here. I don't know how good they are at home, but I mean, I would take a lean with them possibly here. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know if I put that in my as my parlay here, but so then we have Delaware State. The Hornets are taking on Villanova. Uh, I think Villanova wins this one easily. I mean, I think they took an upset, so I think I think they're looking for a little bit of revenge here tonight. We have Western Illinois. The Leathernecks are taking on Central Florida. The Knights down there in Central Florida. I mean, they're picking up the pieces from that Hurricane Nicole that swept through obviously the Daytona Beach area, Orlando area. So 15 points here. So I mean, I don't know. Western Illinois here, they may be, but I doubt it here. Central Florida is usually generally pretty good college basketball team here. Western Illinois, I mean, maybe keep it competitive early, but I don't know if full game they can. We got the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. Wally Zerbiak's college. Most people didn't. Wally World. I used to call him Wally Zerbiak. Used to play for Minnesota Timberwolves. Went to the University of Miami, Ohio, just like Ben Roethlisberger. And we got the Georgia Bulldogs there. Georgia Bulldogs are favored to win by 12.5 tonight. We got the Battle of Florida. Florida Gators taking on the Florida Atlantic Hawks. Or the not Hawks, the Owls, my bad. We got DePaul, the Blue Demons, taking on Minnesota. the Golden Gophers here. Golden Gophers are home underdogs here tonight. So interesting. Then we had the Richmond Spiders taking on the College of Charleston Cougars. The College of Charleston Cougars gave the North Carolina Tar Heels a scare. So I don't know. I mean, do the Spiders of Richmond have what it takes here? I know that generally they have a pretty solid ball club. So gonna be a good college game to say the least here. Then we have George Washington and the Hofstra Pride. Both these teams are undefeated, so obviously I believe they're in the same conference as well. They're playing in Hempstead, New York here. That's where Hofstra University is. So interesting game to say the least here. I think Hofstra can get the win here. I mean, I don't know. Do they win by 8 tonight? I don't know. I don't know. George Washington generally has a underrated university here. Then we have Tennessee Tech, the Golden Eagles taking on the Thundering Herd from Marshall. Marshall is favored to win by 16.5. Then we have the Portland Pilots. They're undefeated, taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes here. I might be on the side of Portland Pilots here tonight here on the Maryland Eastern Shore. The Hawks are taking on Charlotte, the 49ers. We got Stetson. The Hatters are taking on South Florida. We have South Carolina State Bulldogs and Duquesne. Interesting matchup there. We have North Carolina Central Eagles and Liberty Flames. We have Lafayette College, the Leopards, taking on St. Joseph Hawks. We have the Cornell Big Red taking on St. Francis, PA, the Red Flash. Then we have the Navy Midshipmen and Coppin State Eagles. We have the Troy Trojans taking on the Florida State Seminoles. We have the Idaho State Bengals and the Utah Utes. We have Oral Roberts taking on Houston. Houston, I believe, is the number 1 team in college basketball right now. So then we have Louisiana Tech, the Bulldogs, taking on ranked Texas Tech here. Louisiana Tech is undefeated, but I don't think they're a match for Texas Tech right now. We have Northern Colorado. The Bears are taking on the Baylor Bears. Battle of the Bears here, but I think Baylor Bears are going to take care of the Northern Colorado Bears. We have the Wolford Terriers taking on the Drake Bulldogs. The Battle of the Doggies. The Doogies. Obviously, Drake is favorite here. I believe Drake is. I want to say Drake College is in somewhere in Nebraska. I want to say, and I could be wrong. Then we have Arkansas Little Rock taking on Central Arkansas. So we have the Battle of Arkansas here. Then we have Northwestern State, the Demons, taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. We got the Belmont Bruins taking on the Lipscomb Bison here. We got Jacksonville State. Gamecocks taking on the Illinois Chicago Flames here. Butler Bulldogs taking on Penn State here. That is going to be a good basketball game. That is going to be an interesting basketball game, to say the least. Then we got Indiana IUPIU taking on Chicago State. 2 teams I bet last year. Could see myself betting here tonight. Santa Clara, the Broncos, taking on Utah State Aggies. Then we have Weber State taking on Colorado State. We got Sacramento State, the Hornets here. I think I bet on them. I think they won last week. They're taking on Denver. Then we have the Mammoth, the Hawks taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. Texas A&M Commerce, the Lions are taking on Air Force. Alabama A&M Bulldogs taking on Tennessee State. The Holy Cross Crusaders are taking on the Creighton Blue Jays. Then we have the Eastern Washington Eagles taking on Mississippi Valley State, the Delta Dogs. We got Utah Tech taking on the Huskies of Washington. Then we have the Bruins of UCLA taking on Norfolk State. And then the late game, we have the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors taking the Yale Bulldogs here. Yale Bulldogs here. I'm gonna be on the side of the Bulldogs here tonight against the Rainbow Warriors here as far as college basketball is concerned. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, Maine's out to a 4-0 lead here on Boston College early, and the Retrievers are out to a 14-5 lead already here. So, my two early leans here, I mean, are so far looking pretty good so far. I mean, I didn't put them in a parlay, but that is what's going down. And then Bellarmine here, Bellarmine, the Knights are taking on Campbellsville Horenberg College. Oh no, nothing about any one of those universities or colleges here, but all right. All right. So NFL or NBA. Let's look at the NBA here. We got NBA. We got the Raptors taking on the Detroit Pistons. Raptors are the favorites here tonight on the road here, -4.5. We have the Charlotte Hornets taking on the Orlando Magic here. Charlotte is favorite to win by 1.5, so they got to win by 2 points. I like that game. Very interesting. Kind of lean Orlando at home though. I kind of lean Orlando they're playing at home tonight. Phoenix Suns against the Miami Heat. Interesting game to say the least here. Dude, why does the fucking screen go black? Dude. Oh my lord. Great. It's just great, Dad. That's just great, Dad. Give me a computer that fucking doesn't work very properly. says PC's very low. Is this battery pack bad? Oh, my lord. Swear, if it's not one thing, it's another. So if it's not one thing, it's another. Technology, I tell you. Technology. Technology, I tell you. Now that I have to fucking. All right, we have the Phoenix Suns, the Miami Heat. Miami Heat minus 2.5 here. So. Then we have the OKC Thunder taking on the Celtics here. Celtics are 5-1 at home here. Thunder are 2-4 on the road, so they're not so good here. I wonder why they're big time underdogs here. Warriors are 5-1 at home. Spurs are 3-2 on the road. We got the Raptors and the Pistons. Raptors are 7-7. Pistons are 3-11. Raptors are 2-6 on the road though. Pistons are 3-4 at home. Magic are 4-9, 4-3 at home. Hornets are 3-11, 2-6 on the road. Thunder 6-7 here. See, I mean the Thunder ain't even that terrible of a team. Yeah. And they're 2-4, and then they're playing the 10-3 Celtics here, 5-1. You got the Suns 8-4 here, 2-3 on the road. Going against the 6-7 Heat, 5-4 at home. Definitely a good game. Definitely gonna be a good game there. Clippers, Rockets. Clippers are 7-6, 4-2 on the road actually. The Rockets are 2-11. They're 1-2 at home. I don't know, man. They get their second win at home and their third win on the season against the Clippers. I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit of home cooking helps them out, but then you have the 8-5 Hawks. They're 3-3 on the road this season. Bucks are 10-2. They have not lost at home this season here, so expect the Bucks to play tough at home tonight. Hawks generally do not play well on the road, so some people will be fading the Hawks tonight. Well, the late game will obviously be the Spurs and the Warriors. Their Spurs are 6-7, 3-2 on the road. Warriors are 5-8, 5-1 here at home. Warriors lost to the Kings, to the Sacramento Kings last night. So back to back night here. So we'll see. We'll see how the Warriors. I mean, it's not the Warriors are terrible here. They're coming out a little bit slow, but they're not the worst team. I mean, obviously you got the Pistons. Pistons 3-11, Hornets 3-11, and you got 2-11 Rockets here. I mean, obviously there's probably more teams, but just out of the teams that are playing tonight, those are the three worst teams. So obviously we have NBA TV action here at 4:30 we have OKC Thunder and the Celtics on NBA TV. So we'll see. Anthony Davis dropped 37 on Nets in win. Oh shoot, the Lakers actually beat the Nets last night, huh? Without LeBron. So yeah, that's basically it here as far as the action goes here. But we're gonna put together a parlay here. I think what I'm gonna do here is I might want to just put all the college by itself, and I might just loop the Thursday night game in with my NBA picks here. I think so. We'll do that here. We'll actually do that right now here. Let's do this. Let's do it right now here, so that before I can't fucking do shit. All right. First, we'll start off with this. Um, Pistons and Raptors here today. 218 here. 218. 218. 218. Cade's not playing, so I like the under here. Orlando here. I'm gonna take Orlando at home. What in the fuck are you? What the fuck is it? What the fuck is this doing? I'm over here. I'm over here trying to. I'm over here trying to click fucking. Oh man. Let's take the Suns money line. Thunder, Celtics. I mean, shit. They don't really have a good record on the road. But I like the Thunder buddies. We'll take them on the points here tonight. Here. Clippers and Rockets here. Uh, and Spurs and Warriors. I mean, the Spurs are like a funny team. 234. I mean, I say under here. We'll take the under there. All right. Then we're gonna bet the. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the Commanders plus the 11, and I'm gonna go the under 43 tonight here. So come on, dude. That's right. Ah, man, this shit is just really irritating to where I can't even. I'm taking the under, but I can't click on my thing here. I don't know. I didn't fucking break it, dude. Dad gave me a piece of shit. This shit. No, I fucking clicked it like this, and it's supposed to. Because when I click like this, boom, it clicks.
It takes a minute.
Yeah, fucking instant, huh?
Well, fucking refresh the page.
It's not the problem.
It's an older computer, fool. What do you expect? You think everything's just gonna fucking work fast, fast, fast? It's the goddamn internet.
It's not the internet. When you click on something, it should bring it up.
Well, maybe it doesn't like your shit.
No, that's stupid.
Well, how come it doesn't work on this computer then?
I don't know. No. That's what I'm saying.
Do it on your fucking phone then. I don't want to tell you.
It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. Well, no, not a goddamn virus.
That's an old ass computer, dude.
Not a goddamn fucking virus. You act like I'm some fucking incompetent motherfucker that doesn't know how to utilize fucking goddamn programs. Yeah. Yeah. And for some reason, I don't know why you keep telling me invalid. There it is. Oh, God. This shit is just frustrating as a motherfucker, dude. Frustrating as a motherfucker, dude. We go Orlando, Phoenix, Thunder, and take the Hawks, and we'll take the under in the Warriors game. There we go. We're gonna bet that here. It's gonna be the first bet of the night here. Alright, now it works on my phone here, so we'll just keep it at that here. Alright, well, first bet here. First bet here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna write it down here. You got all these other fucking ones here. All these other fucking. Let's get rid of all these ones here. College football. Did shitty on that one. College basketball. Did shitty on that one. Alright. Yeah. Some of I didn't even. That was yesterday's. Alright, so. This here. Alright. We got our Monday night football and NBA parlay here. 11, 14 here. Sorry for the frustrations, but that's how I feel in life now. I feel like nothing but frustrations. I feel like, people treat you like you're an idiot and don't know how to operate shit. Some things are just broken. And my father seems to give it to me. A lot of broken shit. No, I don't think on purpose, but but it is what it is. Don't hate my father. Don't despise my father. This ain't about him. This ain't about me. All right, so we got the Commanders. We took the Commanders to cover the 11.5 on the spread. We also took the under 43 points here tonight here in the Commanders and the Eagles. All right. That is minus 110. Both bets are minus 110. Orlando Magic on the money line here tonight. Take out the Charlotte Hornets here, minus 102 or plus 102. Got the Phoenix Suns here. The Phoenix Suns here, taking them on the money line tonight here. Plus 116 here. Got the OKC Thunder buddies here, my Thunder buddies here, the Thunder. We got them plus 11.5 on the spread to cover against Boston. I don't see them winning, but I do believe they can cover here. We got the Atlanta Hawks, the ATLians, the ATLian Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks here going into Milwaukee, where Milwaukee has not lost this season yet. So we're going to take that upset here, plus 143 here. And then last but not least, we're taking the under 234 points here between the Spurs and the Warriors. Well, we know the Warriors gave up points because they gave up a shit ton to the Kings last night. So, but yeah, that's what we're looking at there here. So we bet $1 here. We'll cash out at we'll cash out here at $139.84 here. So that's our Monday night pick and our NBA pick here. We're gonna we'll do our NCAA men's. I don't know. Maybe I'll do women's too here. Women's parlay here. See what we can do here. All right. All right. Let's see. Maine's winning actually right now. 24-18 here. Princeton's winning now. 36-19. So yeah, that Retrievers not looking so good now. And Long Island is winning right now here. Villanova just started here. Central Florida. I think I'm gonna go with. I'd like to take DePaul, but I'm gonna take Minnesota, the Golden Gopher basketball team, here on the money line here, and I'm gonna take the Richmond Spiders. I want to take the Portland Pilots here. Try to look see if anything else looks. Maybe Butler here. I mean Butler taking out Penn State. Maybe. I mean. And then we take the over in that. Take Yale here. All right. All right. We'll do that. We'll take these 7 here. All right. All right. Well, let's take the ladies out here. I can't really bet the ladies run right now here, but we got the NCAA men's basketball tonight here. We have Minnesota, the Golden Gophers here. On the money line here, check that is minus 101. And the Richmond Spiders, the Richmond Spiders. On the money line here, and that is plus 128. We have the Portland Pilots here. On the money line, they are plus 178 here. Taking St. Francis here. St. Francis of PA here. They are the Red Flash here. On the money line here. Plus 152. Here go my Cornell here. I'm taking Butler. Bulldogs of Butler here. On the money line. Plus 201 against Penn State. Got the over 128.5 in the IU PUI in Chicago State game. That is minus 110. And I took the Yale Bulldogs here. Money line. Plus 152 to beat Hawaii late night hours. Cash out here will be $459.31. All right. So these are the parlays. I'm gonna get out of here, read my parlays, and get up out of here because I gotta get ready here to go in about 20 minutes. So first parlay, we have the Monday Night Football and NBA. We locked that together. I'm taking the Commanders plus the 11 tonight. I think they can have the chance to cover tonight. That they don't get beat by double digits here. And it stays under 43 points. I'm taking the Orlando Magic money line plus 102 against the Charlotte Hornets. I'm taking the Phoenix Suns on the road on the money line plus 116 against the Miami Heat. I'm taking the OKC Thunder to cover the 11.5 on the point spread here against Boston. I'm taking Hot Atlanta, the ATLians, the ATLian Hawks over there going against the Bucks. I know the Bucks have not lost at home this season, but hey, anything can happen on any given basketball Monday. And I'm taking the under 234 points total between the San Antonio Spurs and the Golden State Warriors. If those 7 show cash, my dollar will turn into $139.84. Then we go over to our collegiate parlay, our college basketball parlay. We took the Minnesota Golden Gophers on the money line over the Blue Demons of DePaul. That was minus 101. We have the Richmond Spiders on the money line plus 128 against the College of Charleston Cougars, who gave the North Carolina Tar Heels some fits. Taking the Portland Pilots on the money line over the Kent State Golden Flash. I'm taking the St. Francis of Pennsylvania, the Red Flash, to beat the Cornell Big Red I'm taking the Butler Bulldogs to beat Penn State tonight. And I'm taking the over 128.5 total points between Indiana, IUPU, and Chicago State. And I'm taking Yale Bulldogs money line over the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors tonight, plus 152. And if my college parlay goes through, that dollar will turn into $459.31. This is the Fresh and Funky Sports Show. I'm out for today. Hopefully everybody's bets will be good today. But and hopefully it will be some good football, good basketball, good all around sports day. Hopefully everybody enjoys the rest of their Monday evening into Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow to talk more sports. So till we meet again, my friends. Stay, stay your heads up high. Good attitudes. Don't let anybody beat you down. And be better and not bitter.